I'm Holly Proctor with Inside Singletree Magazine. Today we're here with another edition of The Story Behind the Story. We're here with Andy Odie, our co-host and a real estate broker with Liv Sotheby's International Realty. And today we're going to get to know Mike Mahan with Johnson Roofing and Restoration. So let's start out with, how'd you get into roofing? There are a lot of things to do out there. How'd you get into roofing?
So I've been in the industry for about 12 years now. How I originally got into it was really just a way to pay myself through college. I was working hospitality jobs in a restaurant and a hotel, and an opportunity came up to start in roofing sales. I was really fascinated about the endless amount of knowledge there was out there to learn in roofing, and I really became a student of the game from that point, and just kind of took things from there.
Yeah. One thing led to another.
Yeah, and 12 years later, here we are in front of a home here in Singletree. So I'm really fascinated as well with this topic because, I've been here 36 years, and here in Singletree and a lot of neighborhoods over here, we're having to deal with the roofing, I don't want to say issues, but some of them are issues because they're starting to age out. As you can see, this is an example of one of them with the shake shingle. And now most people are switching either to some type of synthetic metal, all different types of roof. So I want you to explain a little bit about the different type of roofing materials that you use. One in particular I want to find out about is the recycled tires. Yes, you heard it, recycled tires. That to me, I was like, wow, I want to know more.
Absolutely. So what that is, that product is the EuroShield. EuroShield's been out since 1999. It's basically 90% recycled materials, 70% of being recycled tire content. So it's doing well for the environment. It's serving a purpose, taking tires out of the landfill and finding a purpose for them and putting them on your roof.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of different ways that they've been recycling tires, but I did not know that they've been doing that with the roofing material. So on this type of roof, you've, and I realize we had this conversation, and just so other people can realize, with that rubber type material, that's not for every home. Right? There are certain areas that only, I know this, with certain neighborhoods only require a certain type of material. But for that particular material, it's not every home. So I just want to make sure if someone says, hey, I want that particular roofing, you would need to identify if that is actually a place that you can utilize it.
If it's approved, for that particular structure. So it is, like you had said, it's not able to be installed everywhere, and in places that where we're not able to install the EuroShield for whatever reason, we provide alternatives, whether it be concrete tile, standing seam, or any other synthetic products such as Da Vinci or whatnot.
Yeah, and just so people understand, and that's because of the DRB, which is Design Review Board, and also because of which is becoming more, I don't want to say common, but conscious of the fires that are happening. So fire hazards, it's certain areas, depending on how many trees, where it's located, it has to have a certain type of material. Also, it affects your insurance on some of it as well, which is why a lot of people are also switching over sooner rather than later due to insurance, not just on repair. So being proactive. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
That's correct. So with the wood shake roofs, obviously, they've, like how you had commented, the fire hazard. Insurance companies are sending letters to homeowners, essentially demanding that they replace their roof or letting them know that they're going to be dropped otherwise. So, it's springtime here. A lot of people are starting to think about the roof, in addition to, issues that they're having, but also because they're unfortunately in a position where they have to by their insurance.
Yeah, and also being proactive. Hey, proactive is a good thing before you actually have a problem. And then it costs you even more to replace. So, and I guess with this type of roof, you're saying which I know in this neighborhood, you could change to the rubber material, metal, you're seeing the metal, the Da Vinci, slate,
tile,
okay, lots of different options. So, and you do give free estimates, correct?
Absolutely, free estimates.
Okay, good to know.
And what other scope of services do you provide when it comes to the roof?
In addition to the roofing, we do gutter work, gutter replacement. We also do insulation, blow-in insulation, spray foam insulation, and injection foam insulation.
For the roof, attic areas?
For attic areas, and
How about
crawl spaces,
that too.
your walls, all types of insulation as well.
Okay, and just so everyone knows, it's good to know a good gutter guy. Because it's hard to find a good gutter guy or gal. I shouldn't just leave it to the guys, the gals too, in this area. So it is important because the gutters are, you don't want to have the ice stands, there's leaf buildup, there's all kinds of things that can actually happen in your gutter. Again, being proactive, and you can help with that.
Absolutely.
Can we go back just a little bit to Johnson Roofing and Restoration? Thank you for sharing how you got into roofing, but tell us a little bit about the company, when it was founded, who the owners are, and just a little bit of that behind the scenes story, please.
Yep. So Johnson Construction was founded in 2006 by my business partner Chase Johnson. He's the principal founder of the company. I was one of the. I came on about 12 years ago. In about 2016, I became 50% owner.
Oh, good. So there you go. He really does care in many ways.
He's hands-on. And that's another thing I was going to say is, I mean, we know we can Google and find a lot of roofing companies, but particularly the fact that you are interested in doing more business in Singletree, tell us a little bit more about how you differentiate among all those other 25 listings.
So the main thing that we see in the mountains is obviously, the mountain homes, a lot of different aesthetics and whatnot to deal with. The mountain roofing is a very highly skilled set of roofing. You need to be working with a contractor that's versed in the different types of synthetic roofing systems, the high-end roofing systems on the high-end homes. The attention to detail in this product, and really just like you had said, the hands-on and really just the attention to detail overall with the project from start to finish.
Well, and you also have the challenges of working with owners and property owners associations and understanding those review standards. There are a lot of moving parts, I would think.
Exactly.
Well, and they have already replaced a lot of roofs here in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I know that personally. So, well, good to know.
Yeah, we love to see the Johnson Roofing signs in the company.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. I don't know about you, but I've learned a ton. And I think there's a lot for people in the neighborhood to learn because, as we've talked about, there are a lot of roofs that need some love these days.
Yeah.
So, Mike, thank you so much for being here. Andy, thank you for hosting our little conversation here. And we look forward to seeing you in the neighborhood.
Thank you for having me.
We do. Thank you.